Again, this is an honor that is set aside for seniors who excel in leadership, in academics, as well as in sports. So Emory's going to come and give his valedictory address at this time.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Emory Adams, and I'm the valedictorian of Heritage Prep's class of 2024. In sophomore year, I asked myself this question: why do we go to school? I went to my dad for some advice, and he gave me a response that his high school teacher gave to him when he was a student, and it really stood out to me. His teacher said that students go to school to develop both intellectually and socially. So, throughout high school, I found more answers to this question. Before I reveal my answers, I want to reflect on my high school journey, where I'm reminded of the positive aspects of my Heritage Prep experience. As I look around, I remember that Heritage is a place that instills values. It's a place that highly encourages spiritual growth. And it's a place that fosters genuine relationships between teachers and students. This has made it incredibly easy to gain letters of recommendation during my college application process. For this, I want to take a moment to thank Mr. Ray, Ms. Charleston, and Ms. Brown for taking time out of their day to help me out with this. I really appreciate it. I also want to take a moment to thank God, my family, and some tutors who pushed me and allowed me to get to this point. I'm forever grateful. But I must acknowledge that the negatives of attending this school overshadows the positives sometimes. From as young as I can remember, I've always been an overachiever. I've been gifted with a competitive nature and a desire to excel in everything I do. I'm looking around this room, and many students here share the same character trait. Although Heritage has prepared us for the spiritual challenges we may face in our lives, throughout my experience, it's become increasingly clear that they haven't properly prepped us for the challenges we will face academically and professionally. One glaring issue is our school's internal policy of only hiring Christian staff. Now, while I understand the intent behind this policy, it has left us severely understaffed. Many teachers here are overworked. They take on additional responsibilities and teach additional classes. For instance, one faculty member here is a math teacher, Bible teacher, basketball coach, volleyball coach, and athletics director all at once. So, why do we go to school? As students, we go to school to receive quality educational experiences. However, with teachers taking on this many responsibilities, it severely impacts the quality of education we receive. Another concern that many students have is that the school lacks extracurricular opportunities beyond sports. Not everyone in this room is athletically inclined. In the past, I've spoken to a few students who aren't into sports about what they do after school, and a lot of them mentioned that they don't participate in anything. These students are left with limited opportunities for personal growth. Through extracurriculars, students can develop their interests, demonstrate their leadership abilities, and show commitment to their communities. Extracurricular activity also makes students competitive for selective colleges. However, Heritage Prep's extracurricular limitations restrict students from the diverse opportunities that they could have. Additionally, many Praetorians, including myself, have immigrant parents. This makes us first-generation students, meaning that myself and everyone in this room who falls under that category may be one of the first people in their families to graduate from an American high school, for some, even a college. Many immigrant parents have little to no knowledge about how the American college application process works. To help with this, many public schools have college counselors and a college preparation system in place to prevent first-generation students from making mistakes during their application process. But In addition to lacking these resources, Heritage hasn't guided us toward respected universities that can help shape our futures. Instead, we're guided toward non-accredited Christian colleges. Now, there's nothing wrong with these schools, but the main factor is that they're non-accredited. So how does this affect us? I'll give you another example. For example, some immigrant parents were doctors in their home country. When they move to the US, they have to redo years of schooling to gain accreditation to practice in the States. Just as patients seek the most knowledgeable doctors who will give them the best treatment, graduate programs seek rigorously prepared students. And the truth is that graduating from a non-accredited college limits our opportunities for success. Recently, I asked some students about which colleges they wanted to get into. And quite frankly, I was impressed by their ambitious goals. Universities like the University of Michigan, the University of Florida, and Boston University were on their sites. The fact of the matter is that these are very selective colleges. The University of Florida has an acceptance rate of just 23%. The University of Michigan has an acceptance rate of just 18%. And Boston University has an acceptance rate of just 14%. However, the reality is that attending Heritage significantly decreases our chances of acceptance into these selective colleges due to our limited resources and extracurricular options. So, again I ask, why do we go to school? As students, we attend school to find an environment that will point us in the best direction for our future and give us opportunities to explore. The extracurriculars we engage in and the teachers who guide us have a significant influence. Normally, standing here on this stage, being named valedictorian, for most students, it would be a huge accomplishment. But with just 4 students in our class, this is an empty achievement. Explaining the fact that my senior class had only 4 students during college interviews was also embarrassing. So, why are our class sizes so low? During the summer before our junior year, some students made a social media account to address the things they disliked about Heritage. In response, Heritage expelled students who made posts on the social media site. They even expelled students who simply liked the post. On the first day of school, we as students had puzzled faces in response to the drastic decrease in students. Mr. Sechrist, our previous assistant pastor, noticed this and explained the social media situation to us. In the absence of parents, he told the students that if you don't like the way that the school does things, then just leave. It's as simple as that. And you know what? All those years ago, and at that point, Mr. Sechrist had a valid point. As things stand now, and based on my experience, I wouldn't recommend attending here for high school. Heritage Prep missed the mark on embracing change. Instead of adapting and improving, they pushed the students away. But it's not too late for Heritage to change. By hiring more diverse staff, implementing a comprehensive college and career counseling program, and expanding our extracurricular offerings, Heritage can better prepare students for success beyond these walls. Now, as your valedictorian, I want to leave you with an encouraging message from the Bible. Ecclesiastes 9, verses 10 through 12 says, "Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom." So students, parents, no matter what you choose to pursue, I encourage you to do it with all your heart, all your energy, all your might. Commit to it, give it purpose, and do it to the absolute best of your ability. And when challenges arise, keep pressing forward with resilience and determination. Despite the limitations I faced at Heritage, I navigated the college application process successfully, and I met the requirements to be a student at Vanderbilt University. There, I plan to pursue a major in neuroscience to chase my dream of becoming a My grandmother always said that anything worth doing is worth doing well. Like most graduates, I'm uncertain about what lies ahead. I'm uncertain about what the future holds. Additionally, I'm uncertain if this school will earnestly consider my words and make changes. But I am certain of one thing. In everything I do, in everything I attempt, I will pursue excellence. And I encourage everyone in this room to do the same. Thank you.